Oh, I didn't have an intro. Should I do one or should we just call
Yeah,
it?
do an intro. Do an intro.
Okay.
Do an intro.
Um. Wait, what just happened? What the heck? I think I. Oh, I had two paint windows open. Hang on. You have any color preferences
Color
for the intro?
for the paint intro.
Yeah.
Pink for Wigglytuff.
Yeah. Okay. Real YouTubist, use the Wigglytuff. You cannot spell Wigglytuff without GG. Cool. Um. So, first of all, let's introduce our very nice guest, Mr. Guest. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Zane. Ipengu, if you fancy it that way.
Pengu.
I write for False Swipe and talk to Wolf sometimes.
Yes, so Zane's a good friend of mine. He is very much behind the scenes in False Swipe Gaming. I know people have actually asked me a bunch to react to those. Basically, they do really cool series on the history of competitive Pokemon, like how good was Jolteon actually. Have you done Jolteon already?
What a coincidental pick you've chosen there. I think so. I think we did all the evolutions a while back.
Okay.
Because I remember having to write a bunch of stuff about how Espeon and Umbreon got Baton Pass complex banned in singles.
Okay.
But maybe we just did them? Nope, I searched Jolteon and it was the first thing that came up. And then the
Oh.
second thing that comes up is Jolteon reverse sweeps a full team by Wolfey VGC.
Let's go, Jolteon! Good job.
Wow, we have the highest viewed Jolteon video. Anyways.
Not for long.
Okay.
Not after what I am going to release. Wait, how many views is it?
570,000.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, you can have that slot. Anyway, so Zane, I was complaining about my draft league matchup because I left building until. So I was moving this week. I moved to a new apartment, and because of that, I didn't really have much time to prepare for my WBE match this week. In fact, I prepared very little. In fact, I woke up this morning at like 10 a.m. and then my match is at 4 p.m. and it's currently 3 p.m. now, and I started building then. So I was messaging Zane and complaining. And I thought we'd just like make a little team builder. I don't normally do team builders, but since we're bringing Wigglytuff this week, I thought it could be fun, just to kind of talk about the thought process and or lack thereof behind bringing it. So yeah, Zane's here to help me talk about it. I'm gonna pull up the matchup here. So we're playing Duncan this week. His team is Lapras, Gmax, Porygon Z, Urshifu Single Strike, Darmanitan, Genjar, Togetic, Cottony, Flapple, Sigilyph, Lopunny, and Magneton. And basically, it's a hyper offensive team. But the Pokemon, like, hyper offense is normally considered inconsistent, but we didn't bring the right stuff to beat it, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose. But yeah, basically, the theory behind Wigglytuff, I don't really know how to do this. I guess I'm just gonna talk about Wigglytuff. Basically, there were two ways that we could approach this, right? We could say, we had kind of, I had two team skeletons in the team builder. The first way was the way that would probably win me the game, which is like, probably use like Rillaboom, try and like basically focus really hard on speed control. Focus like super hard on speed control, make sure you're moving first one way or another, and then win the game because that's how you beat hyper offense. The second way, which is going to lose us the game, is that you can bring Wigglytuff, pray for a very specific circumstance, and then you might still lose anyway. So yeah, Zane, you want to tell us a little bit about Wigglytuff and why we chose to bring it and why it's good?
Yeah,
this year?
yeah. I was really close to. I actually drafted Wigglytuff myself when my draft league did a double season a few seasons back, and then I dropped it immediately.
I think I drafted it as well in the past. I don't remember if I dropped it.
So Wigglytuff gets competitive, which most of you guys probably know more frequently on Milotic, being the most prominent user of it. Competitive is like Defiant, except it for special attack. So if a Pokemon gets its stats dropped at all, its special attack gets boosted by 2 stages. So you can use this to deter Intimidators, like Milotic usually does it. It's also very good against Pokemon that use max moves that drop your stats. And since Porygon Z's main shtick is clicking Max Strike over and over again and lowering your speed, that means Wigglytuff can potentially use its fairly good special defense to launch a sneak attack boosted attack on PZ.
I think it's
sort
70
of the
base
thought.
special defense. But
Is
it is
really?
somewhat pitched. Oh, it's 50.
Oh no! Wait, really?
It's 50.
Oh,
Wigglytuff
God.
is so bad. Like I was running all these calcs, and like I was running the Dynamax of the Soulfest, and it's so bad.
Okay, it has 140 HP though. It has 140
but the
HP.
stats are so bad.
Oh boy. Oh god.
Yeah, so basically the idea here is that we have other ways of beating Porygon Z. We're just not going to use them. The idea here is that if you play Wigglytuff properly, it gets special attack boosted, and if it gets a special attack boost, it becomes a real Pokemon. So we're just going to hope that the worst part is he doesn't even have Intimidate, so we can't even like do it the old-fashioned way. We have to hope that he deliberately makes the decision to Max Strike.
Yeah,
just,
which
like,
is literally the only thing that will
boost
do
us.
it.
Yeah.
Max Darkness, if he does Max Darkness, that can do it too. It's a common PZ coverage move, or if it's
It'll probably have something
Urshifu.
from Asharna, yeah.
Although, wait, Urshifu won't lower it because it's Urshifu too. So, yeah, it's literally just PZ, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't our best idea. It wasn't my best idea. But it's so funny, so I thought I'd do it.
Boy.
Because if it works, it could be good. Like, basically, the game plan is simple. I've got both games planned out. So I know it's good to plan ahead, so that way you know, like, you're going 0-2 in the set. But the plan is we're going to lead Jolteon and Wigglytuff. And Max Jolteon is phenomenal against this team. Like, it beats Lapras, it beats Porygon Z with the right support, it beats Urshifu, it beats Darmanitan, it beats Genjar, it beats Togetic. It doesn't beat Cottonee, but Cottonee doesn't do that much in return other than maybe, like, being disruptive. It doesn't beat Flapple, it beats Sigilyph, it beats Lopunny, and it beats Magneton as well, actually. Because Magneton can't do anything,
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain that Jolteon two-shots it.
Yeah, you can see that Jolteon's speed tier here is just like insanely good against Duncan's team, and so probably Scarf Darm is coming just to deal with Jolteon, probably, or primarily to deal with Jolteon. But then Max Jolteon would be able to shrug a hit off and kill Darm anyway. So Max Jolteon could have been a viable option.
That's what we should have done. Oh yeah, Max Jolteon. At least having the option of maxing it and not doing what we're doing would have been proper, I think. In theory, like, I could still max it, but without Life Orb, I don't have confidence in the damage output, because you're running Focus Sash with Light Screen, Fake Tears, Charm, and Thunderbolt.
Yep.
I wish it got Nuzzle. Doesn't get Nuzzle. Yeah, so the idea here is that because Max Jolteon is so good against Duncan's team, we're hoping that he just plans for Max Jolteon and doesn't even consider Max Wigglytuff. So here's what has to happen for us to win. He has to lead Porygon Z and something. And then he has to probably double into Jolt, or he has to, like, let's say he leads Porygon. Best case scenario is, like, Porygon Z Cottonee, and then he, like, attacks into Jolteon turn 1, and is like, okay, Wigglytuff gets competitive, but, like, it's not that big a deal. I'm going to Dynamax. Like, it's not going to do that much damage, etc., etc. Then we Dynamax to Wigglytuff, and then we try and win the game, but we might lose anyway, because as it turns out, even through Light Screen, Fake Tears plus Max Strike kills Wigglytuff.
With the Wigglytuff build that we have, if we go 252, Spadef, it can live, but Wigglytuff sort of needs stats in other places too.
But Wigglytuff needs 252 in every stat to be, like, even close to a good Pokemon.
Yeah. Originally, we were toying with a Max Spadef build of this Wigglytuff because and with an AV variant of this Wigglytuff actually, because it was able to tank the Lapras, potential Gmax Lapras, and the PZ stuff easier. But the problem was that Duncan's physical attackers are still really, really scary, specifically Darm, which, like we said, Scarf Darm is, like, feels very, very likely to come here because Jolteon is just so good otherwise. And Scarf Darm still does a lot of damage to Wigglytuff.
Yeah, unfortunately. We're so screwed. I honestly think that in this situation, if he leads like Darm Porygon Z, I honestly think Bandarm is worse for us because he's gonna get speed control after turn 1 because I most likely protect light screening.
Oh, for sure, yeah. On that turn 1.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna go badly one way or another. I just don't know how yet.
Oh boy.
Oh, someone just subscribed.
Well, no, if it's Bandarm. It's not actually that much worse because this only works if he targets the Jolteon, right? Like that's the only circumstance under which it works, anyways. If it's Bandarm, you're thinking, oh, it's worse because he'll be able to kill the Wigglytuff. Well, he targets
Bandarm because Bandarm just gets one shot by Jolteon, and if he brings Bandarm, it won't be in the front, and I think that's okay.
Right, and also if he brings it and targets Wigglytuff, like, we've lost if he makes that decision anyways. Right. Like, that is a losing situation.
Well, the thing is that, against, like, Darm PZ, what you can do is protect Light Screen, and then turn 2, switch PZ, or switch Jolteon into Arcanine, and then max Wigglytuff, and max Strike into the Darmanitan for the KO.
Yeah.
And hope that, I mean, actually, that's not so bad. Yeah, like, because that way you, like, take -1 Flare Blitz from Scarf, which is, like, 30%, and either you take Max Strike, which you live, and have Citrus Berry, and gain, like, some speed control, and you KO Darmanitan from there, or they KO Arcanine, but then Wigglytuff is still pretty healthy and boosted at least once and probably twice.
Yeah.
So I think Scarf isn't that bad, but that doesn't work if they have Band. If they have Band and drop speed turn 1, but I don't think they're gonna lead Darn PZ, because I think if you're my opponent, you're really expecting Trick Room to be the main mode here, and I don't think you want to lead Darn PZ into like Masharna stuff potentially.
Yeah. And then we do have a Trick Room mode in the back here, and the reason
Pokemon.
that Trick Room is expected to be good is because if you look at Escavalier's coverage versus the team, it's just disgustingly good.
And it's everything for super effective between fighting, steel, and ground, I think.
Yeah.
I think literally every Pokemon except for Flapple, who doesn't even have Bulk, and Sigilyph.
Well, but that's why you have Felstinger.
Oh, right. Wait, is Bug neutral on Dragon? Oh yeah, nice. Because Hydreigon.
Yeah, that's why I was asking you earlier about Felstinger versus Megahorn was just for Flapple. But
hang on, wait, that might be a mistake. What is Felstinger's max move power? Basically, I was thinking like you don't really need the 4th move here, right? Like you don't really need Bug here. It's a really weak max move, but you're not really. I just figured like I'd have it just in case like I ended up maxing a Scavalier and then like I could use Max Bug to drop special attack against like PZ Lapras stuff.
I think in any case you probably Steel Spike into the Flapple in that situation.
Oh, for sure. Unless I can KO it, like
Yes.
Maybe Megahorn is better here, but yeah, that's my bad. But Felstinger's funny, so we're using Felstinger. Also, it doesn't miss. Like I haven't missed a Megahorn yet, but I don't want to miss one this week for some reason.
Yeah, that's a good point. Ironhead, yeah, Max Steel is a roll on Flapple, on 0 bulk Flapple.
Okay. We have
wait.
as well.
Wait, no. It's not even... It just murders it. The set that I was using was... First of all, I need to go back to the level 50 calc. But I was using a 0 attack Escavalier. So I think it just kills Flapple. So I think you just always...
I think
listen,
if we get Trick Room up, I think we're probably fine. If we can, which is how we should have built this team. The only advantage that this team has over a good team that I could have built is that it's surprising. I think that Duncan's going to be very prepared for Trick Room, so I think PZ might have Trick Room, and I think Genjar might be a lead with Trick Room as well. So we're not going to use Trick Room. At least maybe we can catch him off guard, you know? We're not going to use it game 1. So game 1, we're going to do Wigglytuff, Jolteon. In the back, we're going to have Banded Arcanine and Scarf Dracovish, aka we need to get through the Dynamax and get some damage on the board so that these two can win. And then game 2, we'll do Masharna Arcanine with the Scavalier and Dracovish in the back. The idea is that if he leads PZ game 2, Helping Hand Banded Close Combat actually kills it. And this at least lets us option select where if we can get Trick Room up, then we can get Trick Room up. We have Mental Herb, which is nice. We live Jolly, Urshifu, Crit Move. And if we get Trick Room up, Scavalier is really good. We can max it. And if we don't get Trick Room up, then at least we have Scarf Dracovish in the back. My main issue with this team, honestly, is that neither Arcanine nor Dracovish wants to max, and nor does Masharna or Jolteon, so we pretty much are forced to Dynamax either Wigglytuff or a Scavalier every game, and that's not flexible at all. Since we're only bringing one of them, if something happens or if they're not good to max, basically if Duncan chooses to just use Lapras game 1, I auto-lose, I think. I think there's almost no way I can win that, because I can't get boosted on the Wigglytuff, and I don't have any other max targets. Max Arcanine. I could max Arcanine, I guess, but it seems kind of bad in most situations. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess with the Wigglytuff Jolteon lead against Lapras, so the thing is, we talked through, and the turn 1 play against most leads with Jolteon Wigglytuff is protect Light Screen. Because getting that bulk for Wigglytuff to set up and to potentially get more boosts from Porygon and stuff is a lot of the goal. And also Protect Light Screen gives the advantage of scouting who they are going to max. So if you do that and you see that Lapras ends up maxing and firing off a Resonance, then what do you do from there?
I think I lose.
Yeah, is that it?
Well, it depends what they pair Lapras with, right?
Right.
So, for example, if it's a support Pokemon, then I think, maybe I start... I think it's okay. Let's say they lead Lapras plus Cottony, right?
Right. Then I feel like you're fine.
Then I would probably just max turn 1 and maybe go for, Fake Tears Max Lightning or Light Screen Max Lightning. Or
and I think you just try to stall out
Yeah.
the Aurora Veil turns.
Yeah, I think I would. I actually just have to stall the Dynamax turns because what I can also do is just try and use Dracovish in the end to win.
Sure. Sure.
So yeah, maybe I go for like Light Screen. Actually, maybe Light Screen with Jolteon and then like Dazzling Gleam to break Cottony Sash or something like that. And because like I can still win this with Wigglytuff if Wigglytuff is KOing the partners. Like if they lead with Lapras, the only way I'm gonna win is if I can stall at the Dynamax and get my really strong Pokemon, aka Dracovish and Arcanine, into like a sweeping position in the late game. The good news is that his team is so frail that like it's possible, in my opinion, to get to that position. But the thing is that Wigglytuff isn't really going to be doing a lot of the weight. Now, the reason why I'm okay kind of just auto-losing to the Lapras lead game 1 is that I don't think even in front of like if I'm leading Jolteon every time, right? Game 1. So like
yeah.
I don't see any world in which he leads Lapras and Gigantamaxes it at least turn 1. Yeah.
No, that would have to be an insanely hard read.
And
I think
like, yeah.
I think the scariest situation there is Lapras with Urshifu or Darm. Then it's just like because with Cottonee you can stall out and potentially win against. If it's double offense with Urshifu or Darm, then you're really screwed. But I agree. I don't think there's any way Lapras. It's unlikely that Lapras is going to Gmax in front of Jolteon. And also, I would be scared if I were Duncan to build a strategy centering around Gmax Lapras because you have Rillaboom.
Yeah, Gmax Rillaboom is really good, and Gmax Jolteon is really good, or Dmax Jolteon is very good. Like so, like and like yeah, you have answers to those, and like Scarf Darm doesn't. I mean, it's okay. Not in Tailwind, of course. PZ is good, but it has to max. Urshifu is good, but like really frail, so it kind of needs support, either AV or Sash or something. Gengar doesn't. Like I said, like offensive Jolteon's so good here. So, but it like I feel like the only answer on his team to offensive Jolteon is PZ, right?
Yeah.
Like Scarf Darm maybe, but like yeah, that's like I don't feel like it's that much.
Like
there's that many things.
Flapple, I guess. Not really. Like not. But yeah, I agree. There's not a lot of answers. The thing is this team is making a very specific metagame call on what Duncan's going to do, and it's not a bad metagame call. It just has disastrous results if you're wrong.
Normally, the way that I like to build is to like to cover every option like decently well, so I can be flexible and play around them. In this case, I've covered one option, and even like I was saying to Zayden before this call, if he leads Cottonee PZ and perfect scenario, I lead Jolteon Wigglytuff. If he just fake tiers max strikes into my Wigglytuff turn 1, then I lose insta. No matter what I do, I think like Light Screen Protect is okay, but then. Yeah, like that's kind of it's probably just game over at that point. So, even in a perfect world, we could still just absolutely get destroyed. Why does this do so much damage? Why is PZ doing so much damage to Wigglytuff?
Because it has 50 special defense, as we learned.
Oh wait, did I calc wrong? Wait a second, do we live? Wait, do we live max Hyper Beam in Light Screen? Oh, it's Assault Vest Wigglytuff. Oh no.
Yeah, you don't with the special because you have 132 SPDF now, right?
It's a 6% chance to live.
6% chance to live.
Should we change back to Chilounberry? I keep going back and forth. Yeah, let's do it. Because if he leads PZ, like we're making a hard read that he's not going to lead PZ Darm or PZ Urshifu, right?
Sure.
And we're making a hard read that if he leads PZ, he's going to max PZ.
Right. You don't lead PZ and not max it unless it's Trick Room.
Yeah. So in front of PZ leads, maybe in front of a lot of the PZ leads, I just raw fake tiers turn 1. Oh, because Jolteon is fake tiers because it helps boost Wigglytuff's damage output, but it also KOs Porygon, Dynamax Porygon Z. It KOs, Dynamax Porygon Z if it max strikes. So if they max strike and we fake tiers, then we can max strike and KO the PZ. And then probably still lose, but it's funny.
Yeah. Even once their max is gone. I mean, Wigglytuff just still ends up being in a bad situation after that. And then you hope that Arcanine and Dracovish can clean up, which is it's not the worst bet to make because Scarf Dracovish is going to be in a good speed tier if PZ is dead already and their speed control is gone. Mm-hmm. Cottonee doesn't get Tailwind, so it should be fine. And then Arcanine's also in a really good speed tier for a lot of things.
And also gets extreme speed, which is nice for picking things off.
Yeah, true.
So that's the plan. It's not very good, but it's what we got, and it's very... like, it's one of those things where, like, it's high risk, high reward, because if it works, it's going to be so funny. But it's probably not going to work.
I don't think it's just a meme call. Like this team is hard for you to beat. Yeah.
No, I mean I had options. I just didn't really use the good ones. I used the bad options, but I still have options. You know.
Yeah, the thing is with against hyper offense, like a lot of the time, what can beat it is redirection and
Speed
ways to
control.
stop speed control. And
Yeah.
this team's speed control is Driftblim Tailwind or Trick Room from Musharna, and there's no redirection
Yeah. I
other
mean,
than Jolteon. No, that's
yeah.
Volt Absorb. It's not even
It's
Lightning
not even
Rod.
Lightning
So
Rod. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, the matchup isn't great. I don't think it's horrible either. Like, I think I could have built a team that would give me better odds, but yeah. I do think that like there is something to say for like just doing something unexpected, and I also kind of want to show that I am willing to bring my other Pokemon because I've never brought any of Wigglytuff, Piloswine, or Diglett. So I think it's good just to kind of make the investment and say like, all right, I will bring these sometimes, so you got to be prepared for them, you know.
yeah,
God,
yeah.
Wigglytuff is so bad.
Wigglytuff is so bad. This is exactly the process I went through when I drafted it.
Uh
I
huh.
thought his stats were better because what happened was 2 seasons ago I drafted Wigglytuff for doubles. I was like, oh man, Wigglytuff's going to be so good. It's competitive. And then I put it through the calc a couple of times. Was like,
It's
this thing
so
is
bad.
absolute garbage. And then this season for Draft League, I drafted Aromatisse, a Pokemon where I was like, this thing sucks.
No,
It's just
Aromatisse is great.
worse Sylveon, worse Florges. And then I put Aromatisse through the calcs and I was like, this thing's amazing. It
Yeah.
takes no damage from anything.
Yeah, I won my first WBE season with Aromatisse. I really like it.
Yeah, it's super sick. It just takes Iron Heads from like Cobalion and is like, I don't care.
I don't care.
Flinch me or die.
That's super funny. But yeah, that's the team. I hope you guys enjoy this team builder. We didn't talk too much about everything, but like I think we gave you a good insight into the process. The process is, well,
Yeah, the only other thing in insight is that the other options for the team that we were considering were Rillaboom Driftbloom with Unburdened Grassy Seed Driftbloom.
yeah,
And
with
then
Tailwind.
that was, yeah, since we said Tailwind Control and then you bring in Dracovish and
Click button.
Click Button. Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly think the proper way of doing this is to find a consistent way of getting Trick Room up. Like I think that's probably what should have been
Yep.
done here, but I think it's okay.
Yeah. 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 I think it's fine. You'll win game one, and then the problem also is
If
that
I win one game total, we're in good shape. Like if I win game one, we're in great shape because then I can actually use the actual scary part of the team, which is just hard Trick Room.
right, yeah, but
But I don't think I'm gonna. I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna lose game one, and then because I lost game one, I'm gonna like the way that he predicts me to adapt will be different. He'll be like, "Oh, that didn't work," so he's gonna bring Masharna game two, and then he'll call
Right.
that. Whereas if I win game one, he'll focus on the Wigglytuff.
yeah, and then you just go into Masharna
So that's why
Cavalier
like I feel
and
like
win.
it's gonna be a 2-0 one way or another. Like I don't think if I lose game one, I don't think I can win game two, and if I win game one, I can lose game two. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, did you want to talk about Musharna Arcanine leaned at all, or
Oh, I think I mentioned it briefly. Helping in close combat KOs D-Max Porygon Z. So the nice thing is like with Arcanine Masharna, you get some bulk from the Intimidati, but also what you get is like a lot of big damage output that you can just immediately threaten. So you either helping hand and try and KO things, or you can protect, or you can just try and go for Trick Room.
yeah, yeah, and this is where Arcanine Speed Tier is really really good since it lets it outspeed and KO Porygon Z.
I wonder if I should
And
just start Manitan with Helping Hand.
huh?
It probably KOs. I bet Helping Hand. Wait, no, I bet Helping Hand. You think Helping Hand Wild Charge KOs or Manitan?
Helping Hand Wild Charge.
It's
If
a
you're
roll.
banded, I think it's a roll, right?
Yeah, it's not a good. It's a 50% roll and zero bulk. It's
That's
less than a 50% roll. Okay, not good enough.
not
Con. Yeah.
not great. But also like you can if PZ comes with Urshifu, you can target down the Urshifu and click Trick Room with the Musharna and stuff and
They need to double
yeah.
into it. If they lead two offensive Pokemon, they need to double something to KO it, or they need to double
Yeah.
Masharna specifically to KO
Yeah,
it.
they need to double Musharna specifically.
So you can close combat plus Trick Room, and either Masharna goes down and you get close combat on Urshifu, which may KO, or they KO Arcanine and you get Trick Room up with a Scavalier, and then you can start max knuckling stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Because how much does PZ Dark Pulse do to Musharna?
I didn't check it. Probably
Or
doesn't.
Max Dark?
I actually didn't check. Now that you say that, it might KO. I'm actually not confident that it doesn't KO.
We're not. What item are we? No, no, no.
Mantler. We might want to be Colberberry, like, honestly.
What's your Musharna's investment?
Not hang on. I'm just calculating really quickly. Yeah, max Dark Pulse. Oh, wait, that's regular Dark Pulse. Uh-oh.
I don't think it does that much damage.
It does a lot of damage. If it's modest, it might be able to KO. We have 204 HP, 52 defense. Or special defense. Oh no. Zane, it kills it like a lot of the time.
Wait. Sorry, what's the Musharna spread?
204 HP, 52 special defense.
204, 52? Okay.
With
and
relaxed
it's
nature, not sassy.
relaxed. Okay.
Maybe we should just be... But I need this to live Urshifu stuff. I don't have time to change it. Should we just be Colberberry?
Wait. Mine doesn't show it killing.
You're doing
the 2 didn't come out of the 252.
Yeah, I did that first as well.
So it's a 37.5% chance to KO, assuming timid, which we are assuming because it gets outsped by things otherwise.
Maybe we should be Colberberry.
Yeah. Instead of mental herb, right?
Yeah.
I think that's better. Because the only taunt user is Gegnar.
And Cottony.
And Cottony, right? The
thing.
prankster Cottony.
But since we have, I think it's okay. Oh, I
agree.
Wait, I don't think I have Colberberry. Do you have a Colberberry?
I can check really quick. BRB.
So yeah, as you can see, this is not a cover every option kind of thing. I have to go through my boxes. And I'm sure I have Colbur somewhere. I must have used Colbur. Oh, wait. I found one. I found one. Zane, come back. Okay, well, now I have Colberberry. Musharna. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of scary dark moves. The thing is, though, he could be max Ghost. Is Ghost better here?
What'd you say?
I found a Colberberry. But Porygon's to get Shadow Ball, right?
Yeah.
He could just as easily be Max Ghost, but I still think Colberberry is better. He might be Max Ghost.
Could he? I mean, he could, but would he?
It's
on a
same
boat
against everything, right?
Ghost lets you hit Wigglytuff better, but
Dark Pulse, yeah. Well, you're not Dark Pulsing Wigglytuff.
Yeah.
Maybe we just do Mental Herb. I don't know. Wait. What are we saying against PZ? Aren't we just helping hand close combating?
No, it was specifically for the Urshifu PZ lead, so that you have the option of close combat Trick Room.
Oh, but you could also. Oh yeah, that's
close combat into the Urshifu Trick Room. I think that Mental Herb is fine, and 37% odds to live, or 37%
against one
odds.
Specific lead.
Against one specific lead, a 72% chance to win out on that seems fine.
Also, I'm not even sure he's going to bring PZ. If so, okay, there's two scenarios, right? The first scenario is we lose the game one, in which case we just lose regardless, right?
Right.
So in the situation that we win game one and that the game two actually matters, then then he probably isn't going to bring the PZ again up front because he would have just run into Wigglytuff. Because this only works if we win game one as Wigglytuff player.
And you know what he might do instead is he could bring Cottony Lapras, and then do that, in which case Mental Herb is exactly what you want for that situation. Exactly. Yeah. So I think Mental Herb's fine because it's a 72% chance to pretty much win the game against one specific lead. So it's still heavily in here. One specific lead with one specific.
Yeah. We're not going to win game one, so none of this matters. It's like I could.
No. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. I trust.
I really wouldn't.
He's going to double target Jolteon. He's going to double target Jolteon.
He's gonna max strike. No, he's gonna fake Tears max strike Jolteon as I fake Tears max strike Porygon Z, and then we're gonna trade Jolteon. No, Jolteon would survive. Actually, that's so funny. Oh my god. This is not my best work, but it's if it works. Come on, Wigglytuff. Okay, so I'm recording this before we know the outcome because I play in 40 minutes. So if you all believe in Wigglytuff, just put GG because you can't spell Wigglytuff without GG. Put that in the comment section.
Wait. So you're gonna. What's the release schedule for this gonna look like?
I'm gonna play him in 40 minutes. I'm gonna upload this in an hour and 40 minutes, hopefully, and then I'm gonna upload the battle tomorrow.
Okay, so, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Can't spell Wigglytuff without GG. I had to stifle my laughter when you said that.
in the intro. GGlytuff. Hang on. I better rename it. Anyway, I think that's the end of the video. Did I forget anything?
Nope. I don't think so. We did like 3 fake endings before this, so.
Yeah. Well, this time is the real ending. Goodbye.